We're back!
Why are you naked? Why are you naked?
Why are you naked?
I'm not naked.
I have my eyes
shorts on,
closed.
my guy.
I had my eyes closed the whole time, and I opened them, and you're
And they're
naked in
called
your
short
room.
shorts.
I just see you helicoptering in the back, which could mean a lot of things for our audio listeners right now.
Hi.
Hello,
Hi,
everyone.
hi,
Hello.
welcome back. We're back. We're back. What's
We
going
back.
on? We're back. Yes. We're back in our black tees, patch on
And
the left
backwards
side,
hats.
and backward black hat. Let's go, baby. Keeping it real around here.
We the same person.
We just, we go away for a week together, and we just come out as one. So, hello, everyone.
Hello.
What's up, guys? Have y'all gotten well rested yet? I mean, I know it's
No.
been only a few days.
Nope,
No.
not at all.
How's
Not
the
at
time
all.
zone change?
Sucked ass.
Oh yeah,
Actually.
Time change doesn't bother me. It's just constantly working since then.
yeah, I
Big
hear you
back.
there.
Yeah, I didn't go to sleep when we came back, and Ben got even less sleep on the plane than I did, and I got like
Was-
30 minutes. So
So y'all left here at like 10 o'clock Pacific time. Y'all land
Mhm.
in Asheville at when the next
we
day?
landed in Charlotte at basically
Oh,
6
Charlotte.
a.m. and then we were in Charlotte for 3 hours, a little over 3 hours.
Oh Jesus! Should have just rented a car and drive home.
Yeah, we realized that when we were sitting there, we were like, wait, why are we here? and then we got back on the plane at 9:40 and landed at 10:30 or something. I don't know, something like that. Basically didn't sleep at all that night, and Ben had to pee the entire 4.5-hour flight from Portland to Charlotte, to where he literally like vaulted. He had the window seat. I was in the middle, and we had some random girl on the outside. She wouldn't wake up. She had a mask. she had like a COVID style mask plus an eye mask plus something else covering her face completely, like the freaking guy from what is that movie called? Lost in Space. And then
Oh yeah.
he's like, I cannot hold it. I have to get out. So I'm like crouching on my seat, and he like vaults over this girl's lap, and she like startles awake.
Y'all didn't
Is-
like, excuse me, ma'am.
Oh, yeah.
Just,
Yeah, we
Well,
did
she had-
for 3 minutes.
Yeah, her headphones were in her ears, and then her face was all covered and everything. She was knocked out, and I was like politely tapping her shoulder. I was like, "Hey, can we get out or whatever?" He just says nope, and just Leroy Jenkins. And
Sir, can you sit down, please?
Yeah.
But that's
The return was interesting.
Peeing on the plane, using the bathroom on a plane in general, just is the worst. I can't imagine if you
Planes in general are the worst.
Oh yes, absolutely. If you had all the time in the world, would y'all have drove?
I would say yes, but the Midwest kind of makes me say no.
Yeah.
What was the question?
If you had all, if you had all the time in the world, would you have preferred to drive, even though
Oh,
it had
hell no.
a week and a half to the trip? Well,
No,
y'all could crack
not at
at
all.
it and do it in 2 days. Well, then
I
you
find
have
the
to deal with the
cross-country trek fun. I think it's cool.
Same.
But
if
that whole
multiple
middle
people are
section-
driving,
Yeah. That whole middle section, no. Just put a portal like right before Missouri, and then put it on the other side of Nebraska, like coming out into Wyoming, and we're good.
it's true. Yeah, you would think Wyoming's boring as fuck too, and you get out there, and it's like, damn, looks
Yeah.
like a fucking. Where's the coyote at? Just running around and everything. It legitimately looks like that out there.
Yeah.
But I know. I was thinking about you guys. It's like, damn, I'm fucking tired. We just drove a lot. We traveled a lot, and we're gonna get into our stories and everything that's happened. There's some interesting times, but I just like, damn, I got to add on like 20 hours of plane travel for those guys too. That had to have been rough. going back to work right away. So I
You
salute
know,
you too.
it's not bad. Yeah, it's not bad coming out because there's the anticipation of what you're going there to do, and then
Yeah.
it's like
It's
get on the
new,
plane
you
to go
know?
home. You're going back to reality, even though you kind of are ready to get home at that point. It's still kind of like there's nothing really super exciting waiting on the other end other than your bed. So,
Your wife and kid.
well, that's what I'm saying. Other than like, I'm gonna hear it now. I'm gonna hear it now.
Say, his kid was more excited to see me than him, so I can understand the disdain.
Yes, actually, that is true. Because we gave Ben a ride to Emily's work once we touched down. I opened the door, so excited. I'm like, Landon, what's up? He doesn't even skip a beat. Let me out. I open the door. He just says, "Get me out." I'm like, meanwhile, Ben gets in the back seat, and immediately they just start vibing back there. And when it's time to say bye to Ben, he literally sobs. He's like, "No, I don't want to say bye to Uncle Ben." and I'm like, "I'm home," and he's like, "Uncle Ben."
That's hilarious. He's fuck dad, apparently.
yeah. It'd be like that.
Yeah, it'd be like that. It's understandable. What was that?
Did you just throw that into a pile of other cans and bottles
Yeah.
next to your desk?
You don't know about it.
In my head, you have one of those.
It's called a trash can, my guy.
You
Look
put
it
on the
up.
side of the street.
Yeah.
I hear those cans hitting that from my childhood all the time.
About to make myself a couple bucks.
Oh, you collecting some cans to trade them in?
Oh yeah.
Y'all
Nice.
get there 5 cents.
I don't know. I'm not completely facetious right now.
Okay, never mind.
Oh,
I don't know what people
It's
make
a
for
craft
these.
out here. People freaking trade. You can trade cans in here for 10 cents a pop. People all over that. We used to do that, and
Yeah.
everyone hated it.
yep.
the,
It was
the
miserable,
grimiest,
but
the grimiest of grimy places you go to trade in these damn cans and bottles. I was the only one willing to just do it because, like, whatever.
and that's how we paid for getting merch
Household
made and stuff
supplies.
in Blood of the Broken.
Oh my god, I was talking about it here in Portland. Yeah, did we ever tell that story? We got pulled over by the cops.
No.
Oh
Just
god,
remember there being a cop there, and you're like, "Oh, there's no one in there." And freaking Dom takes off like Fast and the Furious over here in a minivan, and we immediately get pulled over.
yeah, fucking. We used to ride around Port St. Lucie, minivan open on both sides, going through people's cans and stuff, just grabbing them, throwing them in the minivan,
Yep.
and one night, like you were saying, the cop pulled us over, screaming up on us from the whole block away. He's like, "What are y'all doing?" Like thinking we're like breaking into people's houses and stuff. We're like, "We're collecting cans, sir.
cans.
We're good Christian boys. We just want to collect cans. We're hungry." And he was like, "Go home. Don't do this." I'm like, "Okay." We just went to another neighborhood.
Yeah.
I think we got like a few $100s out of that. That was interesting.
Sometimes sometimes it was fun. Depending on who all came out. Sometimes it sucked. It always sucked when you would you're doing it in the dark and you reach down and grab a big thing of cans and all of a sudden roaches are crawling up your arm.
Yes, I forgot about the roaches. Those were terrible.
That was fun.
The things we did to put out that Blood of the Broken EP. We
local
did that
things,
right? We did that. We laid mulch at my grandfather's place. I forgot until just now.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I put a big money up front for that too, as myself, because I was the only one with a proper job in the band.
Yeah.
I think that was about the only way I got in the band. I was like, "Hey guys, I got money." You're like, "Ooh."
They're like,
Zach
"All
was
right, you in?"
Zach's in.
Zach saw cash. Zach's eyes just turned to cash signs and was thinking new symbols.
Which I think I bought him one. But anyways, we're back. It was a great week. I had a great time, guys. I'm forever gonna remember last week. It's weird how much we did and to quantify into only 5 days. I don't know about you.
It's pretty shocking, actually, when you think about it.
What was the mileage? You were going through how many miles we had driven at the end of it, and how long?
1287.
I love how you still remember the number. But yes, me and Ben were doing math in the back seat on the way home. Well, on the way back to Portland
Fun
from Seattle.
times.
Yeah, doing math in the back seat. It was 1,287 miles, give or take. Actually, it was a little bit under that because when I was looking up the step-by-step directions of everything we did, I was not counting most of the little 0.2 miles, 0.3 miles, like all the turns and stuff. I was just doing the bigger numbers. So actually, it was probably slightly more than that. But yeah, we'll
call it an even 1,300.
Yeah, we drove the equal mileage where it would have been the same as driving from Seattle over the border of Mexico.
Yeah.
So that's cool. And Ben's got trauma from it.
Ben sighs like he drove a fucking mile of that. I'm just kidding.
Hey, listen, don't blame me for your control issues, okay? I would have driven if you asked.
I finally relinquished controls in like the last 100 miles or so. I'm like, Andrew, take the damn car. No, it was awesome. You guys got here. Oh, actually, before we get started, I have an Uber story that kind of relates to this and everything that I was going to tell last week, but obviously we didn't record last week and stuff. But so 2 weeks ago,
a fortnight ago,
yes. About 2 weeks ago, it was a Thursday, and I was on with Uber. You got these things called quests, and I don't know if I've talked about them before, but it's basically how many they want you to do a certain amount of. Did we lose Ben?
Ben.
Literally, all I did was just like put my feet up.
The Fart Lord has Riverside open in other tabs. Do you have the more tabs?
No, I do.
What?
No, I do. You sound like Landon answering me about something.
So we good?
I'm good, dude. What are you talking about?
Oh,
yeah, sounds better now. I think we're good.
And welcome back. I don't even know what happened there, but we're back. Yeah, right. I was telling about my Uber story. That's right. Anyways, we got these things called quests, and basically tiers system for the week. If I do 30 drives, I get a bonus. 40 drives, a bigger bonus. Blah blah blah. I usually do about the 15 bonus and everything. I needed one more to finish it. It was a slow ass day, And if I'd finished it, I did my next ride. It'd be about like whatever the ride is plus like another $60 or some shit. So it's like 1:30. I got to pick Jade up at 4. Or, I have to leave at like 3:30 to get here by 4. So I got 2 hours. And I'm sitting in a parking lot, a Target parking lot, and then bang, I get a ride that needs someone needs a ride at Target. So I was literally just pulled to the front. I would get up there, and there's 3 shopping carts ready to be loaded into a car. I'm like, oh my God. Where this should be interesting. And it was like the lady and like 2 kids, like 12 and 13. I'm like, why aren't these kids in school? What the hell? So she's like, hi. She's like very loud. If I were to say this person reminded me of someone you probably see on peopleofwalmart.com, would you get what I'm saying?
Yes.
Sure.
Like totally.
Walk around Florida Walmarts at midnight and stuff, whatever. So this type of person, just very loud, just drinking, obviously, and everything like that. Like you can tell they drink, whatever. Gets in the car. She's like, "Ooh, we went shopping." She's in the front seat. She's just chatting a storm up with me. I'm like, "Oh God, this is gonna be a fun ride." She's telling me all these things. She's like, "I won so much money." I'm like, "Wait, what? What are we talking about?" My interest is peaked when I'm hearing about people winning money because
gambling.
Yes, and of course, she's like, "I need to add a couple stops. Is that okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's fine." She'd pick up her kid from school because a 12-year-old kid got sent home from school from biting someone. That's interesting.
Nope. Okay.
And then she wanted to stop to pick up her mom too, and all these stops. And then we maxed out how many times we could stop. I just said, "Fuck it, just let them keep adding." Like whatever. I had this vibe, and especially when she says, "I just want a lot of money." So I'm interested to see how this turns out. And so we're talking the whole time. It's a 2-hour ride going around town. It's about time I need to drop, get going to get Jade because it's about a half hour away. And while talking, she had mentioned how much she won. She won $14,000 the night before, and she's out here just out here just spending money. She's using this website on her phone to gamble, like it's like a slot machine. And then of course I'm like, "What you playing over there?" She's like, "Oops, won another $450 right here." I'm like, "What are you playing over here?" I have not played on it.
I'm gonna have to confirm this with Jade.
I have not. I think I said on the trip, casinos don't excite me anymore. I'd rather sports bet. So blah blah blah. I don't care about slots anymore. And she was saying, I forget what she says. Like, oh, you use Cash App to send money to it. You got to put Bitcoin into it. That's how they get around things. I'm like, oh, and I was like, oh, I should sign up for blah 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 and all these things. Like, I got Cash App. I just wanted her to know that I had Cash App set in the ground and everything. And because I also know, like, she's like, oh, I'm going to tip you really nice for this ride. And I know Uber maxes how much someone could tip, which is dumb. You can't tip more than the ride is. It's like someone wants to tip $100, let them tip $100, And it was only a $40 ride. So blah blah blah, all these things, and I'm skipping a bunch. I'll just get to the end. So it was a $40 ride. I got hit with my $60 bonus. Bam, $100. She's like, what's your Cash App? I want to send you a tip on there. I don't want them stealing your money. I'm like, oh, okay, that's not how that works, but let's do this. I give her my Cash App. This girl sent me a $150 tip.
Hell yeah.
Dude, I made $250 in 2 hours of work with this lady in my car. Stressful, I will give you that. But $250. It took my day from I ended up having like a $450 day, and it was like amazing. And this was right before the trip and everything, and I needed that. So
I was about to say.
Yeah, I think her name was Johanna. Thank you, Johanna. You were definitely not listening because I didn't tell you about this podcast, but I am thankful. That was such a big need. And I'm so happy to come with a positive report for my Ubers, not
I was going to say
creepy old guys wanting to jerk off to massage parlors and everything.
I forgot all that.
Oh, I didn't. It still haunts me.
I have trauma.
But anyways, that's from weeks ago. I just had to get that story by. It was cool. I don't think anyone's ever gonna beat that tip. And if someone does, that'd be great. So yeah, the trip was great. I had a great time. We didn't get Jay and I didn't get hitched till Thursday. Y'all got here Sunday night. Well, late. Let's call it Monday morning. It was late Sunday. Yeah. And so the first couple days we were doing boys trip, which was basically a little bachelor trip for me and everything like that. But it was just hangs. Yeah. And so we leave out about 8:00. We get all the way down to the Oregon border. Had to stop for In-N-Out. That's always, we go to the Redwoods. We always stop at this Grants Pass for In-N-Out.
Yeah, and that was what, like 5.5, supposed to be 5.5 hours to Jedediah Smith Redwoods.
From there, yes, it was another hour and a half after Grants Pass. So, in which we're following Google GPS. So we stop at Grants Pass for what, 45 minutes or so for In-N-Out, just chilling, relaxing, and we fire up the GPS again, and it's supposed to be an hour and a half, and it's telling us 4 hours till we get to where we had to go. But Andrew's phone said differently, which I don't understand how this works at all.
It's like it didn't hit mine or something. And you know what I think it was partially is we were kind of right on that threshold to where we were almost going to make it for the 1:00 thing, and so it was kind of teetering. Because the reason why we got held up in California is there's a bunch of fires that were recently sweeping through that section of the mountains, and it damaged half of the, all the stuff. So they were shutting down the highway from 1:00 till 4:00 Monday through Thursday, I think. I don't remember.
Monday through, yeah.
So that they could do work on reparations on the road. We got there at like 1:20 something.
When you cross into California, they got ranger stations where you have to pull off to the side. It's kind of like a toll booth setup. And you have to, they just ask, do you have like any fruits or veggies and plants and stuff? And you say no, and you just go through. But they're supposed to like check your car and everything like that. And I asked them, like, why is our GPS freaking out? We got an hour and a half to Redwoods, or no, at that point it was like 45 minutes.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, it shuts down and stuff like that. You should be good before 1:00, before, as long as you get there before 1, you're good. And I literally look over at my clock on my car and back at the lady. I'm like, it's 1:20. And she's like, oh. And that's all she went. I don't know. We all went like, what?
I kind of was looking back on that, and it made me laugh how very California that moment was, because
Mhm.
3 rangers walk out of the office. 2 of them are holding puppy
lab
labs.
puppies.
They're holding him, like cradling him in their arms, petting these labs, and they're like, "Hey, how you doing?" All like nice and everything, and then just completely space on. Oh, you're good. You're good.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
they shut it down at 1. It's 1:20. Oh.
So at this point, there was literally only 2 ways to get to where we were going, 45 minutes away. Either we go like 10 minutes down the road to where it's shut down, or we turn around and it's a 3.5 hour trek, which would have put us there later than if we had just stayed and waited for the road to open back up. So of course we stayed and waited. We didn't know what to expect. We got up, we drove around the corner a little bit, we went down the road, and all of a sudden there's like 5 cars stopped in front of us, and legitimately that's all it is. Open road, middle of these woods. It just shut down. And we were there. What time? So we got there like 1:45. We were there till 4
Something
o'clock.
like that. Yeah.
If you saw in our stories and stuff like that, or I guess all of us, we were posting stuff. But yeah, we legitimately were just in the middle of the road on the highway in California, just hanging out.
Yeah.
Luckily, so Jackson had this ball we were just throwing around. It ended up being the ball of the trip. Like we played with it so many damn times and stuff.
We were bouncing a dog ball around. Ben was teaching us how to play Magic the Gathering in the middle of the road on a blanket.
Which I was having a good time. I was enjoying myself.
Was good.
I ain't gonna lie. I
And
wanted to
then
play some more.
We went live on the podcast Instagram for no reason, with no context of us just standing in the road. I forgot I have a
people
clip
were commenting
on my
like, so we're like, what's happening here?
What is this? I forgot I have a clip on my phone of Ben literally just standing there in front of the camera staring for like the longest time.
God, yeah.
That was fun.
For most people, I feel like that would have put a damper on the day, but I didn't care. Like, it did suck. We weren't able to go to the redwoods except for like 10 minutes. This freaked Ben out. He saw one of the trees and he was like, "Oh my god, that's scary looking."
That's a big ass tree.
That's a big ass tree.
Dang, that's a big ass tree.
Big ass tree.
Of course, there's cows. It's a cow farm.
Let's go. It's a cow farm.
There gonna be cows.
But yeah, that day ended up.
Whose dog is that? Oh my god, I'm dying. Hold on.
It's not Jackie. Jesus Christ.
Okay,
Mary.
I'm okay.
It's my dog because the windows are open and he thinks everyone's a threat.
It's true.
It's true.
Everyone is a threat nowadays. But yeah, that first day was interesting. Was that day the day we ate at that sketchy bar?
It is the day that we ate at a sketchy bar.
It was. Dude, that was such a long day. Oh my god.
Right? So
because when we finally got to where we were going, which was Natural Bridges, we went to a place on the coast called Natural Bridges, and by the time we got there, it was like 5-ish, like after 5.
Yeah, it was about 5:15. Sunsets at 7, and we're trying to beat that.
And we ate. We drove like another hour and a half after the beach.
2 hours. It was 2 hours after the beach. We didn't get. So we went to this one place to go to eat, and they shut down because it's short staff. Of course, like all these little towns on the coastline and everything.
Oh, that's right.
Right, and then it was like, all right, fuck it, we'll just go another half hour. It's close to our hotel we were staying in for the night, and we found the only damn place in town that was open, pretty much, and surprisingly good food. But I'll keep thinking about that big ass white dude just running around dancing at everyone. He just
blasted,
just so fucking drunk.
It was a time.
Oh my god, we were getting so many looks because you could just tell we weren't locals in this place.
It was just funny because we walk in and the entire crowd, for the most part, was middle-aged white dudes. There was gambling, there was slot machines, there was people hanging out there, there's people at the bar and everything, and they're just blasting mid-2000s club music.
Biggie and stuff like that playing too. Yep.
Yeah. And this big white dude, just absolutely hammered, is going around table to table, trying to get people to dance with him, and
That
dude did not stop moving the entire time we were
No,
in
he
there.
did not.
Never
He was
once.
So magic of cocaine.
I remember there was these girls sitting at a table, and you could tell they wanted nothing to do with them. And these are the same girls that harassed Ben on the way out, like, I love your hoodie and everything. I'm like, y'all were literally just fucking annoyed by that guy talking.
The back of the jacket literally says, use a chain so the noose won't slip. And you're like, oh my God, I had to look up that band. I'm like,
Gave me a new band to listen to.
Okay.
I'm
cool.
sure I did.
Ben is subconsciously giving music recommendations from across the room while the usher is blasting in the background.
The reason I wear these clothes is to, like, don't talk to me, please. Let me see threatening. And it did not work in my favor that day.
No.
The golden retriever energy was just penetrating too hard out of those clothes.
I remember we were paying our tab at the bar, and there was this bar lady behind the counter, and I must have in my head thought the music was still playing, because Ben, you were like, you said something like the food wasn't that bad. I was like, yeah, better than Burger King or something, and the bartender is like, yeah, it's good food, ain't it? I'm like, oh my God, she heard me. I did not mean to say that out loud.
Taylor just kind of low-key roasts the food in front of the server, and then she just doesn't. She's just like, yeah,
it's good, ain't it? I'm like, sure. We didn't get sick, so we're good. It wasn't that bad.
Yeah, I kind of can't tell if it was. I still can't really tell if I was just that tired and hungry, or if it was actually as good as it tasted. But damn, if it wasn't hot when it came out, it hit the spot.
I'll give him that. That was your second burger of the day.
Oh God, and it wasn't even like half of the burgers I had on the trip.
I must say, I think
Jesus
Andrew
Christ.
maxed out at 6
burgers.
Whopper.
Whopper.
That's the other thing. See, so much of this recollection of the trip is going to be like halfway inside jokes, because just the entire time, I don't know. How did this even start?
Dude, I don't fucking know.
Somehow we started singing the Burger King song the entire time. It started with that, and then all of a sudden it would just be random points in the day where we all just break out into Whopper. And
I swear we laughed our ass off every fucking time.
Every friggin' time.
Yeah, it was, I think we drove by like a Burger King, and one of us brought it up, how silly the song was. Yeah, and then it just evolved into just saying Whopper.
You know what?
Middle of the day.
I'm pretty sure I told y'all how the running joke of football season last year was that commercial. Like, there'd be a guy injured on the ground, and they'll go to commercial break, and it's Whopper.
Someone snaps his leg, and then it just goes to
immediately goes to break. Whopper. It happened like 5 or 6 times. It was hilarious.
Oh my God.
But yeah, that was just Monday, y'all.
That was just Monday.
It was a...
We had
Tuesday
a whole other coast day on Tuesday. We didn't have as much ground to cover, but showed
Tuesday
Ben the sights and
more of a vibe. It was more chill on Tuesday.
I also like how the entire time saw some seals. That's right. I also like how the entire time Ben, there was no real middle ground, because Ben had the back seat the whole time.
Yeah,
and he was either dead or he was on crack. And there was no in between. Like he'd be just out cold, or I'd be like, "Are you awake?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm here." But he'd just be silent for like 30 minutes, or he'd be like, "Oh, that looks so cool!" Like the phone comes out. He's like,
you were just silent too, and I look back there, he's just gone, like out of nowhere. It was like, Ben was just awake. What the hell happened?
He just goes nonverbal.
When you're going on multiple 2-hour stretches of driving,
that's true.
You just kind of learn to disassociate lightly, and when it comes back hard, and I get a little crackhead energy going on.
Got to break them up a little bit, you know.
That might be the most driving I've done in 5 days ever. Like, I've gone on long road trips where you drive for like 1,000 miles to one destination.
Did you forget you moved across country in a few days?
Well, I mean, yeah, there is that, I guess.
That's 3,500 miles.
Never mind. But like, Christ. I did that twice too. Exactly. I don't know. Maybe that felt quicker because it wasn't broken up by a bunch of stuff.
Let's go vacation road trip.
Yeah, vacation road trip. This is the biggest, the most involved, for sure.
Sorry, I got a notification from your YouTube for logging in.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely one of. I've had some drives, but this probably definitely is the longest of them all. We were a road trip family growing up. We drove fucking everywhere, North Georgia, Tennessee, all them places from South Florida all the time. But you can't really count that when you're just a little child in the backseat playing on your Game Boy.
I was literally about to say,
come
Game Boy.
on! Sorry, I'm watching a baseball game right now.
I was about to ask. If anyone hears just a random outburst by Taylor with no context in this episode, it's because of the Braves are trying to give him a heart attack.
Listen, the Braves have kicked ass all fucking year, and they get to the playoffs, and they're like, nope, we don't want to play. So they're in an elimination game that started literally like right when this podcast started. So I'm sorry, sue me if I'm watching it in the background. We'll be fine. I'm carrying this shit right now. Day 2. Was anything exciting on day 2? I don't think so. It was just a great
Cannon
day.
Beach. Wow, Ben. No.
It sucked.
What did
Mediocre.
what day did you like better, Ben? 1 or 2? 2 was when we went to the Sea Lion Caves, but we didn't go down there. We went to Cannon Beach.
I mean, 2 was the best out of the driving days because there was actually like stops. Like it wasn't just driving. Day 1 was just driving.
Yeah, for the most part, day 1 was get there.
Day 2, we actually got out, explored a little bit, checked out the sites, had better food.
Yes, that's true.
Dude, I keep thinking about that fucking pastrami. Jesus Christ, that shit was so good.
I was telling Aaron about that today, actually. And I didn't even have the sandwich.
We ate dinner in Cannon Beach in a hardware store.
I forgot it was a hardware store. Oh my god.
Weirdest fucking setup I've ever seen. And it was legitimately 50-50 restaurant and hardware store. Like if we sat inside, we would have been like right next to the nails and shit.
Yeah, I remember asking the dude at the hotel when we checked in. You asked if there was recommendations and stuff, and they're like, "Oh, this place, you could go eat at the hardware store. They're open late." And I was like, "What?
What are we talking about here?
What's going on?"
Andrew, did you have a burger that night?
Yeah, I did.
So that's 3 burgers for Andrew, and
you know what? They just kept getting better. I couldn't stop the trend. It was like In and Out. It's like, okay, this is a decent, clean tasting, fast food burger. I'm kind of cooling on the hype, but it was good. It was decent. That night, I was so deprived of food at that point. I was like, I don't care, and that's probably why it tasted so great. The next night, I'm like, I'm going to keep the good vibes going. I have a third burger.
Keep the good vibes going.
It was fantastic. Great burger. I don't remember what happened the next night. Oh, well, there's a reason.
There's a reason.
That's when I.
We'll get there. We'll get there, guys. Oh my god.
Well, the good news is I broke my burger streak that night.
We'll get there.
We'll get there.
Oh, Jesus Christ. So we're up to Wednesday now. Wednesday, quick morning, getting home. We're about 3 hours away. We stop at the Goonies house. Y'all took a photo with it and stuff. Ate McDonald's. And
no God.
Burgers. No burgers.
Yeah.
By the way, $25 fucking for 3 breakfast sandwiches from McDonald's. They sucked my okay.
That's got to be a Washington thing, my guy. Because like a breakfast meal here, or well, I don't know, wherever we were.
Ben had no idea where we were the entire time.
No,
is this California?
Like 3 days that I was just like, I'm in the car. Place. Yeah, no, because it's like $6-7 for a meal here.
Yeah, it was probably like $8.
I mean, I could see. Well, I guess with tax, yeah. Never mind.
Actually, no tax in Oregon, so yeah, it was like $8.50 a pop.
That was the wildest thing for me. Things were just what they were, and I was like, "This is the best way to live."
Oh,
just tell me the price, and this is what I pay.
It's
amazing.
Great. I love that shit. You go, and most places go by whole numbers too. It's like 15, 25, 30. I was like, oh, sweet, hell yes.
Only other place I've been to that does that, I think, is Pennsylvania.
Are they tax free there? Sales tax free?
For sales tax, yeah.
It's nice. It's Now, income tax can suck it. Growing up from Florida, not used to it, but
Yeah.
it's something to get used to. But yeah,
That's
no
half the
sales
reason I
tax.
want to move back, dude. Oh my
No
god!
income
You know how much
tax.
money I could actually keep if I lived in Florida?
Oh, you're a bartender. You say you only made like $20 that year. Come on.
Oh man, yeah.
I made $20.
All right.
I can't pay. I'm a baby.
I'm a
I can pay
baby.
you in blocks.
I can pay you in blocks.
Bro, what did you say at dinner Tuesday night? I'm
Who, me?
hungry.
I'm
Somebody
hungry.
feed me.
I need food.
I need food. Yep.
That's fucking
As we're
tight.
standing under an awning in
Oh,
like
geez.
downpour rain
Yes.
after driving all day. Yeah.
Oh, people were like, "What are these guys talking about?"
Yeah,
Well, here we go. Strike
We're on
out.
the story.
Wednesday we get back to Portland. We pick up Jay, drop off the dog.
And guess what we did? We drove some more.
We drove some more. We drove 3 hours early that morning to get to Portland. Now we got 3.5 to get to Seattle. Yay!
Oh yeah, brother.
So we get to. Sorry.
Are you okay?
You're hell
He's
yeah,
thinking
brother.
ahead.
Your hell
He's
yeah,
thinking
brother,
ahead.
with
Yeah, he's
thinking
thinking-
ahead just
we
got me.
We get to Seattle.
We
The
get to
Airbnb
Seattle.
isn't responding to
Oh
us.
my
We're
God.
sitting outside of the Airbnb
Playing with the ball.
Yet again, ball. Fuck it, we ball was the phrase for the week.
We ball at dawn.
Yeah.
But
And
yeah,
then what did they do? They hooked us up with like a whole nother Airbnb for free, and you got your money back.
yeah, so I'm saying fuck Airbnb, but we did stay for free at a way better place in my
Oh,
opinion.
I mean,
everyone,
yeah.
everyone had
They
their
hooked it
own rooms.
And you got a full refund for the place.
yeah,
that
it was
wasn't
$440
cooperating.
for that other place, and we got a place that was like $600, and I got a full refund. So
Which you then immediately reinvested into what we did that night.
well, I was doing that no matter what that night. Like I didn't get that money for a couple
Oh
of days.
no! You
No.
were pulling a full. Like you've been watching too much Sopranos lately because you pulled a full like yeah, get whatever you want. It's
So-
on me. It's on the house.
No,
And
I
I'm like,
swear.
what are
I
you
swear to
doing?
God. So I didn't think we were going to karaoke. All right. I didn't think we were going to
Real
karaoke.
quick, I just want to say real quick before it gets lost in the weeds that me and Ben got stalked by an old lady.
Oh
at the
yeah.
Airbnb.
What happened there? Y'all tell me about that. I was freaking
Yeah.
out over the damn
Oh, yeah.
Airbnb.
So we're sitting there waiting to get in, and I'm like, hey, some really nice light out, as I annoy people with, because it's like peak golden hour, fantastic light
Go
coming out.
stand over
across
there.
the
Let me
water.
take a photo.
So me and Ben decide to go on a little neighborhood walk here, and it's mostly
Be-
yuppies.
Beautiful neighborhood though.
Beautiful neighborhood. Everybody there has money out the ass. So we're walking around taking pictures. Ben makes a friend with a dog that just runs up to him.
Oh yeah, there was a dog just loose, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm going home with the dog. Dope.
We get down to
Dibs.
the main road and we go kind of down towards the end of the sidewalk, and we kind of stop and we're just looking around, figuring out where we want to go next. And this lady slows down like she's going to pull onto her street. And as she's doing it, she almost got like T-boned by another car because she was going so slow looking at us. I smile at her, kind of wave, make it known that I'm not here to rob your place, lady. She's these hooligans out here with their tattoos and whatever.
Black clothing.
Yeah. And she's just very slowly turning onto her street, literally just eyeballing us the entire time. She goes up, pulls into her driveway, and pulls back out. And as we are crossing the road, I see her kind of pull back out, and she's looking at us going the other way. I'm like, she's keeping an eye on us. So we find this little back path that goes behind these houses because it says there's like a hidden park back in the woods. So, I mean, that's kind of weird that we went there, but
Kids.
in
Wanna
the woods with cameras. So we kind of are just exploring a little bit. This lady, I don't know how she did it so quickly, but we go down this road and we kind of round the corner. We see the park. She's parked on a corner on the opposite side of the road under a tree, like a freaking private investigator with her phone out, taking pictures of us standing there. And I just kind of point and smile and kind of like pose for it. And we walk back the way we came. I see her pass again. And I'm like, all right, let's just get back up there. Like, anyways, we got stopped.
I would have
was
loved for
part of
cops to
it.
been called. That would have been great. Like you make it even better.
Make it nice and memorable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so after that happened, of course, we had reservations for this one restaurant for like 2 months set up. Couldn't go to that because it started at 7. We were still at this Airbnb until 7, basically, and shit. Everything got changed. That was actually the theme of the weekend. Change of plans. Change
And
of
Jade
plans
was
on
bummed
everything.
because she really wanted to eat in that little. It had like a little back area.
Yeah, they called it
had
a
a
garden.
really cool aesthetic and stuff. Yeah, it was like
Mhm.
a garden, like plants everywhere and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It looked really neat.
It was really nice. And we weren't even going to be there, too, after requesting it. And they said, yeah, no problem. So, fuck that place. But, so we made change of plans. There's this restaurant in Seattle called the Pink Door. If you have ever heard of it, you know how awesome it is.
Oh, it's so good.
It is one of the... Get the fuck out of here. Home run! Sorry. All right. That's one! Anyways, Pink Door. Pink Door is one of these places. It's in the tourist area, but it's one of the few things in the tourist area that the locals come to and everything. It's just one of those. It's just one of those places. There's no sign for it. Jade and I actually got lost in the alley trying to find the door to it the first time we went to it.
I was gonna say it's just in an alley with no signage above the door. It literally
The door's
is a
not
pink
even
door
pink.
on the wall.
No, the door's not even
really?
pink. It was
It
dark.
looked
You
pink
couldn't
to
see
me
it.
for some reason.
It was a little pink.
It was
Maybe
like
it was because of the lighting.
light shade of it. Like it's hard to see. Like, I was
Yeah.
expecting a pink door.
Pink.
Ooh, another hit. And so yeah, we decided to go there. I told them our little sob story. They're like, all right, come in at 9:00. Cool. So we got in there. So we're at the Airbnb getting ready, and I come downstairs and I see Jade doing the spiel to you guys. I'm like, what is happening here? And do we share?
You knew.
I don't give
you
a
knew
crap.
Full
I knew
well
it
what
was-
was happening.
I knew it was
It
happening.
in the state of Oregon.
It was
No, it was in
We're
the
in
state of
Washington.
Washington. Again, I have no idea where it was the entire week.
I wanted this to happen. I just didn't know if it was going to happen.
Yeah.
And Jade just comes up to, at the time, Jared, and then Andrew and I were in the area, and she just she's like, all right, here we go. And rips apart these little edibles. And we're like, all right,
gummies.
we're going to take, gummies, edibles, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
But we take a
I was just saying they
little
were
gummy,
gummies.
and I'm just sitting there, and I'm watching Andrew, and I'm waiting for like this existential crisis for Andrew. And he's like, do I take this or do I don't know. Nah, dude, he just takes it and goes, okay, bop. And I'm like, oh, damn, this is where we're going tonight. This is immediately full send. And,
you know what it was? I think y'all know. Hats off to Jade because y'all know I have a soft spot for gummies.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
It was
It's
gummy.
And they didn't taste like anything except gummies, did they? Little sour candies.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I could
If you know
taste a
what you're
little bit
tasting,
of.
you can taste it.
Yeah, a little bit. But
But I was like,
so we all went to dinner, all 5 of us with an edible in our system. And I've taken edibles before. That was the strongest goddamn edible I've ever had in my life.
I was gonna say, I thought
Right.
I was under the impression we were doing a regular thing that y'all did, and then
That's
Jade,
what I thought.
Taylor's like, we've never done this one before, and I'm like,
we've
what
never,
the?
we've
Oh,
never
wait,
done edibles and gone out. And I'm like, I
No,
thought y'all
we've-
were gonna.
We've smoked and gone out. I was saying that edible we took, we've never taken
Yeah, that
that
specific
edible
one.
before.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, I was also mildly tripping when you told me that, so I thought my world was ending.
You know, it's so funny because the entire time we'll get to this, but the entire time I'm sitting here thinking I'm the only one freaking out. I'm looking across the table at Ben, and Ben looks like he has his shit together so well.
Ben
And
swore
then-
he was fine the whole night.
The entire time he is the dog meme that's sitting in the room that's on fire. He's like, this is fine.
This is fine.
This is fine.
Yeah. Because listen, I've taken my fair share around the sun, and the worst thing that can happen is one person to start spiraling. Because
Yes.
if one person starts spiraling, then it gets a problem.
We all.
And it's just like, that's why I was watching you. I was like, all right, make sure Andrew's not spiraling, because if Andrew's not spiraling, then I won't spiral. Because if Andrew spirals, then I have to answer to Aaron.
The funny thing is, with how hard you were watching me, if I did start spiraling, the second you would have noticed that you would have just been gone. You would have been done because you and Jared both were so hyper fixated on my face. I was like, I can't look at either of you.
So we get there. This place is cool. I don't think we started feeling it till we sat down in the booth.
No, I already knew what I was going to eat and stuff by the time it happened.
Yeah,
I think I already ordered too.
So, no, we get there, we walk in the door, and it's one of those places you actually have to walk down steps the first thing you get into the restaurant, and there's like a live jazz band playing, very classy. It was a nice night and shit. But they take us to the back room. I didn't even know there was a room back there. I've never been back there. And, I mean, there's other tables. I say it's like a private room. We get one of those big round booths. We all slide in. Andrew's on the end on one side, Ben's directly across on the other side. They were looking right at each other and shit. Which I kept looking at Ben, like looking at you, like, is he okay? Is he okay? Like you were saying.
Yeah.
And I would say about 15 minutes into that meal, I think everyone started feeling it.
I just remember walking in and like, because we walked in and there was a jazz band playing. I'm like, oh hell yeah.
Yeah, that's another reason we like that place. Yeah,
there's a jazz band playing on the stage, and we're walking back, and they're like, "Oh, we got a table for you back here. Follow me." And we just start following the guy in the back room. I turn around to I think it was Ben and Jared. I'm like, I feel like we're going to meet the boss in the back. And then we sit down, and
Italian joint, by the way, everyone.
An Italian joint, yeah,
authentic Italian.
Yeah. And we sit down, we figure out what we're gonna do, we order, and it was almost like right on the dot. Like
right, perfect time.
Right then. We order, and I feel like I just get you know when you like in a movie you like pass through like something, you like walk through like a
enter a new room
barrier.
You can feel like the cold air, like a new air.
Yeah, that's kind of what hit me. It was like a whoosh feeling, and I just remember my only reaction was this, just this little smile. And Jade looks at me, and is like, "Hey, Andrew, what just happened?" I'm like, I don't know. Everybody starts smiling at me, and I'm just chilling. Like I'm like, this is it. This is all it is. Oh, okay, I can get down with this.
Oh,
yeah.
Then
a second freaking wave hits me.
They hit you in waves, yes.
And it felt like I shrunk down to the size of Stuart Little, and the rest of the room was just like overtowering me. And more baseball stuff.
They hit home run.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah, sorry.
And I guess that was probably about the time it started hitting everybody. But in my eyes, everybody else was cool. They were fine.
I just know how to act. We just know how to act.
Yeah. It's just a lot of be cool.
I was under the impression the waitress hated me all night, which she probably still did. I don't know. I think I just talked way too much, and I just hated myself for that. But it's also me freaking out because I'm on this goddamn edible. I was fucked up, yo. I was right there with you. There was times where I just came back to reality. I'm like, what just happened?
Yeah, dude. Like, once I ordered, I didn't realize this until after I came back to lucidity. But once I ordered, that was the only time the entire night that I acknowledged the waitress's existence at all. It's like she would come up to the table and I had no idea she was there. It was the weirdest thing. Like she'd walk away and be like, oh.
The two best moments of the night came from Andrew. One was, I think we're feeling good. Andrew, you good? He's like, I just came back to existence a minute ago. I think I'm good.
I was like, I'm not going to lie. I have not been here at all. Like, Jade's like, when was the last time that you blacked out? I'm like,
like a few seconds ago. I was dying. Oh, well, Andrew's not good.
No, because y'all were everybody was talking. Well, except for Jared. Jared went completely inward.
Yeah,
Jared's
was
terrible.
Very panicky.
He
was there for a while.
So panicky whenever.
And he told me afterwards that apparently I was like his anchor. He was just staring at me the whole time, and he's like, "All right, I'm okay. Andrew's freaking out, but I'm okay." Kind of thing. And you guys are all talking and having full-blown conversations. Normal. And I feel like at times I feel like I am participating, but it's all internal. Nothing is coming out. And then there's other times where I completely leave the conversation entirely. I'm somewhat aware of what's being talked about, but I'm only being brought back by people saying my name. and it's like Andrew. Someone says Andrew and asks my opinion on something. And I
it's
go,
like the poltergeist,
and I come back. Yeah,
to the light.
and, like I'm zeroing in on the most random things. Like I'm looking at the paint on the walls and wondering what layers of what they did first, how much it cost. I'm like, I cut open my meatball and I'm zeroing in on the freaking molecules.
That's
of the
why I
meat
want to
and
say
stuff.
you didn't have a hamburger for dinner, but you had meatballs.
Oh damn it! I
Close
did.
enough.
Yeah,
Dude.
meatballs and noodles. I mean, it's bread and meat. That's basically a burger.
That's
Basically,
true.
that's an Italian burger right there, and they were
Dude,
delicious meatballs.
When I was, because I had the phone out because I was like, all right, we're gonna do research for the podcast just for some information. And Jared was giving me a hard time. He's like, why are you recording everybody? Like you're on the job. I was like, yeah, dude, we do this thing.
Oh yeah, you were like taking notes and stuff.
And I zoomed in on your face as Jared just went on a tirade. He was just talking, and you were eyes locked, paying attention. And at the very end, you were just like, "What?" It was like a straight on minute and a half conversation to you, and you're just like,
What?
"Nah, dude, I don't understand."
It all went right over my head.
But yeah. Taylor did the full Sopranos thing with the meat buying. It's just like he would sit there and be like, "Hey, you anybody want fries? Oh no, we're getting fries. Waitress, I want some fries, please. With the aioli. Yeah.
With the aioli.
And like I ordered what was it?
I've watched way too many
Bruto,
Sopranos,
which was it's like a little aperitif, and Taylor was like hyper fixated on what I was drinking. It's like, yo Ben, what you drinking over there? I was like, oh, it's an aperitif. You know, you just drink it before dinner. And I'm sipping on it. He's like, whoa, dude, you didn't shoot that? I was like, yeah, no, you just sip on it. It's like a drink.
Going back to Tuesday when we were at Cannon Beach, before we walked on the beach, there was a bar, and you were like, let's take a shot. So we took a shot of Fernet. What was it? Fernet.
Fernet, yeah.
Which
I
was
give
like
you
the
your
same
first
thing.
shot Fernet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which
a little bit.
Which I felt great after. I highly recommend that.
It's the beauty Fernet. And
I was gonna say, y'all walked out of there and were completely new people.
Oh, yeah.
When you came out of there.
A long day of driving, no food, take a shot of Fernet, and you're good to go.
Let's go.
The
beach was beautiful.
It really was.
Yeah, and then like, what was it? We ordered dessert, and
I ordered dessert for Andrew.
About it, and you're just like, yeah, we'll get one of this, one of that. You, Jared, you want that thing? All right, let's get that the bread crumble. And like,
yeah,
you
Taylor
were just
ordered for me like
straight
I was
up
his child.
balling out.
Look,
yeah, you were.
I've done a few bucket list items in the last couple years. What the fuck?
Sorry.
I don't know, but that was amazing.
I've done a few bucket list items the last couple years, and I just wanted to keep going. I've always wanted to treat a group to a really nice night, like that. And it was my wedding night. It just felt right. You guys flew all the way out here. I wanted to. It was definitely the biggest dinner tab I've ever picked up. I think it was close to 500 after tip and everything, if I remember. But
it was like 450.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
it was
450, 460.
So yeah, I wanted to cheer everyone. And yes, between the between the suit and that night, yes, I felt like I was balling like fucking Tony Soprano. And I was enjoying myself.
And that's fine. It's all fine. Like it was totally understandable outside of the context that you have been nonstop talking about how all you're doing is watching The Sopranos. So
nonstop talking about
is this homie sitting here trying to like live a mafia lifestyle right now?
No.
And then that's when, because I was being super chill and super casual about the whole thing. Because I was trying to make sure Andrew was like okay.
Ben, you say that, but here's the thing. When it first started, Ben is acting like my trip buddy because Taylor is like bringing attention to the fact that I am feeling it hard when it kicks in. And Ben's like, no, don't bring attention to it because we don't want him to spiral.
Man? You good?
Yeah, don't make him overthink it and everything. So he's like watching me. He's like, you good? By the end of the dinner, Ben is staring me in the eyes like, and he's just like egging me on. He's like, "You all good over there? Are you okay? You good? You don't look very good, Andrew. Are you good?" And I'm like, "I don't know. Am I?"
Yeah. It's like well, someone would ask you like, "How do you feel, Andrew?" You're like, "I don't know how you're supposed to feel." Yeah. And like the whole time, all I heard was, "Oh, I'm pretty feeling okay."
I went full circle
on in my head.
I'm feeling pretty glonky.
So this was we're treating this as a rehearsal / reception dinner because the
Yeah.
schedule we had, and I had to remind myself to like stop fixating on Andrew. I have my wife right next to me. And I think that's when I find, like, when the last time you were like, just leave him alone, he's fine. I was like, all right, fuck him. Hey babe, how you doing?
Well, and that was the thing too. Is like once dinner was over, that was it, because being married to Emily, like, she's into all the fine dining and stuff, and so I have some of those. Like, all right, you gotta be presentable at these like nice establishments. The second we got up to leave, I was like, cool, I can be myself now.
Yeah.
And that's when we got into the Uber, and dude, I just army crawled my way into the back.
Bro.
And as you guys put up the back seats, Andrew goes, I feel like a Lunchable. And I don't know why I died.
I swear to God, Ben was laughing for 2 minutes straight. I'm like, what is happening back there?
I actually had a problem breathing. I couldn't inhale air.
I look back and Ben is brighter than his beard in red.
Dude, that back seat. So Ben crawls back there. He's tall, so he's got his knees in his chest and he's turned sideways, so his toes are like touching the side of my leg. And the dude, when he threw the seat back up on me, I didn't have a chance to move. So my legs, I look like a skull and crossbones. My legs are like this with my knees up to my chin, and my feet are flat like this against the back of the chair.
It didn't help that I was sitting in front of you either, just pushing back.
I literally felt like I was in a package, like I was shrink wrapped, and I just turned to Ben. I feel like a Lunchable. It's just, that's what it came to me, I guess. I don't know. But then, like, in the car on the way to the next spot, that was where all of a sudden everything just cleared all at once for me.
I think we all start sober. It was literally perfect timing. Perfect timing.
I was totally fine, other than the fact that I was monstrously tired after that.
Yeah.
Like, we got out and I was like seeing spots. I was so tired.
Which edibles will do that. If you're trying to sleep, and edibles is the way to go. They will get your ass tired. But yeah, the rest of the night we went to karaoke for an hour. We had a private room. That was fun, doing some duets and everything. But that was fun, but nothing crazy except Andrew's rendition of Tequila. So Tequila. So there's Wednesday.
That was a time.
We get back to the Airbnb at like, God, it was like 1 o'clock, 1:30. Have to be up at like 7:30, 8 o'clock. And for some reason, right then is when we realized, like, we have to map out and time everything tomorrow, which I thought I had done. But you know what it was is, like, we had like 4 stops we wanted to make. I didn't realize one of them was 4-hour round trip out of the way. I thought it was so much closer. So that kind of screwed up our day. So we had to literally brainstorm then a new day, a new place that Jade and I were going to get married on Thursday.
In our state.
Yeah. Well, hours before we had to leave, because we had to wake up at 8 to go get a minivan for the day and all this shit. So totally changed the format of the day. And I think it turned out 1,000 times better on that day than what we had planned before, in my opinion. Especially if we found out we couldn't have gone to Hurricane Ridge. I was happy we got those beach shots at the first stop, if we had, instead of going to the forest that we were planning on. I cried like a little baby. We boys helped out a lot.
Yeah. It's funny because Taylor and Jade always said they didn't want a beach wedding.
Yeah.
It ended up basically being one, but the ceremony was not on the beach.
No,
we found this random spot in the woods with this like really nice mossy, like carpeted ground.
Oh my God. It looks straight out of fairy tale. It's
crazy. There's mist like coming off of the sea a couple hundred feet to the left, and it's like kind of pouring in through the gaps in the trees, carrying the light all nice and everything. It literally was like a fairy tale, dude, like location.
That one photo you got from far away with the back,
the wide shot,
dude, that is going to be my favorite. I'm sure there's so many more coming. There's going to be some great ones.
Oh, dude, there's great ones.
I'm looking forward to that double exposure one you took on your camera or your film.
Yeah, I still need to bring the film to the lab.
But that one, just like, I can't believe that came out the way it did. I can't believe everything came out the way they did, how we did it, just on the spot, basically.
Yep.
I found that spot by having to go pee. I was walking, like, hey, what's that over there?
Yeah, because we were walking down on the beach. We're kind of like, all right, well, I guess we could do it here. We could do it here. And it's a good thing that we didn't, because by the time we were ready to do the ceremony, all that mist that made that such great light on the beach was gone.
That and there was so many more people down there. Like we were trying to change at the car, and like every car in the fucking state showed up in the parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
It was insane.
It would not have worked out.
But yeah, the wedding was great. Photos will be up on my page here whenever they're ready and stuff. I've already posted a couple. I cried like a little baby, way more than I was expecting. I thought I would, but I never know what to expect. Honestly, I was afraid I wasn't going to cry, and I kind of wanted to show a little emotion.
I had that same feeling on my wedding day as well.
Yeah,
like what if I don't react the right way?
Yeah, like Jade's always like joked, like it is a running joke around, like, "Oh, we walk this aisle again if you don't cry," and shit like that. And like, dude, you guided me into it. You were like, turn when I say turn and stuff. Sort of a reaction from me. The second I turned and saw her for the first time in that dress, I
was like, because the way we were standing, Jade had to kind of walk up from behind and to the left of where Taylor was standing, but then she had to cut down this little slight hill and walk right at him.
Yeah,
and it would have been really easy for him to just like easily like just see
watch her come around the whole time.
Yeah. So I was like, just stare at Jared's shoe. Just stare at Jared's shoe. I'm really lucky too, because Ben was there to help with stuff with her as she was coming down the path, so that I could be right up front to take shots of you. And
y'all killed it. Y'all were great together.
Yeah, it turned out really well, especially for it being a last minute change like that.
Yeah, I like I said, so excited to see what it came.
We had Burger King that morning.
That's
we
right.
Did have Burger
Skipped
King.
over Burger King. We're counting the meatball. Burger number 5 for Andrew.
I had a chicken sandwich.
You did, didn't you?
Yep. I did. I was like, I do the unthinkable.
Chicken burger. That's right. I'll give you, okay, start 4 burgers. The day ain't over yet, though.
It's not over yet.
So yeah, we did that whole thing there. Of course, we were like, oh, it's like 40 minutes. We were there for like 2 hours. It takes longer than ever, do you think? So we had to, we had to drive through Forks on the way to where we were going. Of course, we joke around with Twilight a lot. If everyone knows, Forks is the town in Twilight and stuff. And of course, they live off that tourism there. And being as your wife is a diehard vampire Twilight, all of ours are, Ben had to stop and get gifts or he'd be yelled at and everything. So we stopped there for a while. Ben, you came out of the car and you're like, I guess I got to watch these damn movies now. Have you watched any of them yet?
I have not watched them. I just made that understanding. I was just like, yeah, I should watch these to understand what the hell's going on. And then I got home and realized that's a terrible idea. And I have not watched them since.
Emily, he said that. Make him watch it if you're listening.
Hold him to it. All the other men have watched it. He's got to watch it.
There's just so many other good things to watch right now, dude. Like Fall of the House of Usher just came out. Like, dude.
Wait, Usher, Let It Burn? No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, that was Andrew. Yep, Andrew, you pivoted to La Push, which is another Twilight location where the Wolf Tribe or whatever the hell they're called is and stuff.
You know what it was? I could feel the light coming. Like, it's gonna be a good one, y'all. We got to go out to the coast where this light is gonna be maximized. We got to get out. So because we wanted to do Hurricane Ridge, which is an iconic road up in the mountains in Olympic National Forest, but the road up to it was closed at that point because
another scenario.
Cars.
Another scenario that we weren't. It was fine all day to get up to Hurricane Ridge, and then we put it in late in the day, and they're like, "Nope, hit a limit," which is like, what? Yeah. You only allow a certain amount of people? What? So I was happy we saw that.
Yeah, so we made a last-second switch of direction to go out to La Push, which is another iconic location from Twilight.
Yep.
And finished the day out there.
As the kids say, it's La Push, baby.
As the kids say.
Do they?
And then Taylor relinquished control of the vehicular.
That was at
Good morning.
That was at Jade's discretion, or asking, and also I was tired of driving, so yes.
So Ben finally sat up front for the first time the entire trip, and was my co-pilot, and we drove 2.5 hours back to the island to take the ferry back to Seattle.
Yep. Yeah. Ferry ride was cool.
And I had my 5th burger that night.
Yes, you guys finally got to try the local delicacy chain of Seattle called Dick's. We got. I mean, I was joking. We got back to Seattle and we got some Dick for Andrew and Ben.
Yep.
Dick's Burgers.
You know what's funny is there's a YouTuber that I watch. He's a photographer, and he just posted today this thing where he did a road trip. It was like an hour-long video recalling a road trip that he did with some friends, and it involved Portland, driving up through Olympic, over to Seattle, and getting Dick's.
Yeah, it's basically what we did.
And like we missed it. He did the same thing like a week before we did.
Oh no shit.
Yeah, but it made me think about it because he just no hesitation was like, anyways, we got a bag of Dicks,
Yeah,
and then went back to.
You got to. I've hyped this place up to y'all. What did y'all think to it? Great fast food burger.
I think the way to do this, Ben, is would you have Dick's again or In-N-Out? Like, which one would you have first if you had to?
I'd have more dicks.
Yeah.
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 More dicks
Yeah.
sounds better because In-N-Out was just kind of, it was fine. Everyone was telling me like get the what is it, the lava fries or I don't know, some weird
Animal style.
fry.
Yeah,
Animal style. I'm like, yeah, cool. I'm going to a burger joint. I want the burger, not the fries.
Yeah.
I enjoyed Dick's quite well.
Yeah.
That
I
one,
don't know.
the one we went to was like the nighttime popular location by the bars. and
Oh,
stuff.
dude, when we were
that one
waiting for
sucked.
Dick's, like I was on full alert.
Standing
I
out
did
on the
not
street,
like
waiting
the
for some
crowd that was
Yeah.
hanging around Dick's that late at night.
Yeah. Ben had his spidey sense turned up to 11
Oh, you got to.
when
You
we're
got
standing
to.
out there because there was like a crackhead homeless guy standing in the line right next to us,
Mhm.
and he kept like eyeballing people's like pockets and stuff like that. I'm like, oh my god.
Oh, I know. I saw that. Yep. We usually go to another one that's closer to Jared when we stay out there. It's like in like a plaza that like no one ever goes to, so it's a lot better. So that definitely other locations to go to. But
I would have to
Happy-
agree with Ben on this one about that being the preference over In-N-Out. though.
really,
Yeah, I do agree.
it was you had to have that super deluxe, or they had that deluxe one.
Had to have the double and had to have the cheese on it. The other one I got, it was a single with no cheese, and it was
And no
like,
pickles.
No, they wouldn't let me do without it.
Oh, gotcha.
They said we can't change it.
Gotta have the pickles.
Yeah, so the pickles like, kind of overtook everything because there was nothing else on the
Yeah,
sandwich other
balance
than
it
the
out.
patty.
I could see that.
Yeah, but that second one, which I was so freaking hungry. The fact that I got fries and 2 burgers and a milkshake and a Coke.
Oh yeah, 2. That's right. So we are up to
That's
6
right.
now. We're up to 6 burgers.
Oh my god, I had 2.
One was
Oh
a
my
double
God.
patty.
But yeah, it was a much more satisfying experience all around because the fries were good. And
I told y'all better than
Yeah.
In-N-Out.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
Cool. Glad y'all enjoyed that. Friday, nothing crazy. Got back to Portland. We went around Seattle a little bit and had some good pizza that night before I dropped y'all off at the airport.
And we
Which-
got tattoos.
Oh shit! I
And we
forgot
got
about the
tattoos.
tattoo. Everyone, show them off. Except Ben, yours is like on the leg. Mine's a sun.
I forgot to
Oh,
tell
there it
you.
is. Nice leg.
Mine's feeling very itchy right now. There's
Really?
mine.
Mine never itched. Like it's all healed.
Really?
It's good to go.
Oh,
Like,
bro, mine healed like the day of.
yeah, it was crazy. Like
Not
it's,
mine.
she's good to go already. Like it's crazy.
Dude, the teeth on mine,
Yeah.
there is such crazy scabbing happening over the teeth because like
Well, that's
Oh,
also like almost
three-
the corner of your arm, so you're always moving it.
yeah. I'll give
yeah,
you that.
and it's the color is really concentrated there because there's shading, there's black line, and there's yellow. Yeah, I don't remember what I was about to say.
We went to a shop down the street from me that does get what you get tattoos. $100. You got a gumball machine. You get whatever the design came out. And been talking about it for years now. Like whenever y'all come out, we'll do a group one and stuff. So it was cool that we finally did that.
Yeah,
We're going. Jade and I are going tomorrow. We're actually getting our knuckle tattoo. We're going with the flower idea that was being passed around a little bit. And
it took me a second. For some reason, I thought you said we're getting our neck tattoos, and I was like,
we're getting
oh.
neck tattoos. Just married on the left side. Yes. No, I'm getting she's doing a African tulip, and I'm doing a sprig of lavender. So it's gonna be cool.
Nice. So is
Cool,
the
good.
African tulip your favorite favorite flower?
Favorite flavor? Yes. Yeah,
That's my
they're-
favorite flavor.
They're pretty dope. I like them a lot. They're really really bright orange and stuff. They're pretty cool.
Nice.
So yeah, that was the a trip. Anything exciting besides the girl not letting y'all pee on the way home?
Hmm.
No, not really. I mean, it was a mediocre travel back.
Yeah.
Cool.
I have most of the photos. Actually, pretty much everything is edited except for karaoke photos. I feel like I could hardly work the camera at that point that night.
I was wanting to see. I was borderline wanting to see what high Andrew would have gotten on a camera.
You know,
because it brings out creativity at times.
If we would have done that and I actually was on location already, I would be very curious what I'd come up with.
Yeah.
Shooting, but at that point I was already back down and super exhausted and just nailing focus left and not nailing focus left and right. So many blurry photos, but most of everything is done. I got to get the photos from the ceremony off of Ben's camera card, whatever, and I have to drop off all the film that I shot. Still, that's going to be a nice fun price tag.
Oh, yes. Have fun with that.
But I'm going to drop that off tomorrow. Hopefully I'll have it in my hands on Monday so I can start scanning. And then, fun times.
Hell yeah. I can't wait to see him.
I'm going to be making a video for this entire trip as well. So,
plug your YouTube channel real quick.
Hey, I made a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Which blew my mind, your videos, honestly. Like when I first saw them, you have 2 up there right now.
Thank you. I did not do a good job of promoting it because I knew we were going into this trip, and I just wanted to drop them. I wanted to get them out, and I'm like, I'm bringing my laptop. I'll make some kind of promo something while I'm out there in one of the hotels at some point. No, never happened. We were too sucked into everything else we were doing. Yeah. So I just kind of realized, I'm like, oh crap, it's like Thursday night. I'm like, I gotta say something about this when I get back. And so I'm standing in the airport waiting for, like, we're getting ready to board, and I'm doing a screen record of the point in one of my videos where I'm like, shooting film's an art, and sometimes art is pain. And I'm like, all right, it's just a 4-second clip. I'm going to make it part of a post. And that was literally all I did to promote it. So not the greatest first, launch, but it's also my fault. So going forward, it will be handled much better, but I'm pretty happy with how the first videos came out. I've been getting some really good feedback. So
I was not expecting you to be on camera, like video narrating and stuff. I thought you would just be narrating over the videos, and I'm very not like a dad move. I'm very proud of you for doing that. I know that's way out of your comfort zone.
Oh yeah,
something like that.
Even if this was like, this is something that I've been wanting to do for a long time, but I never had the guts to.
Yeah.
And I don't know, there's something about once I started doing these craft shows that kind of just pulls me out of the comfort zone, because I've always had this thing that I feel like everyone who does like art and stuff like that has, where you just hate your own stuff all the time. So you think that everyone else is going to hate it too.
Yeah.
But it kind of, when I started doing these art shows and stuff, it kind of showed me that there's an eye that's going to latch onto literally everything that you could do.
Mm-hmm.
Some people might not like it or whatever, but someone's going to buy something. Someone's going to resonate with something. And I think it's just been a process of being like, you know what, just do it.
Yeah.
So
that's
so it feels good.
Did with this podcast, just do it. Like, what are we?
Yeah, just do it.
Talking about
do it.
So no, I enjoyed your video a lot, especially the New York one. Of course, I love seeing. I get so sucked in anything New York City. Just it's such a cool city, in my opinion.
It's the same thing with me now. Whenever I see people like posting videos, especially along the same lines as me, like YouTubers that I look up to for these kind of videos, every time they go to New York, I'm like, oh, gotta watch that one.
Yeah, New York City's dope. But yeah, go check it out. What's the YouTube handle?
At Andrew P. Kruger.
Andrew P. Kruger. Definitely go check those videos out. And share them too. Help your boy out.
Help me.
Help. We got 2 Graham questions of the week to get to, since we asked one last week and didn't do it. So you want to hop on that before we get on out of here?
Yay.
We'll start
Oh
with
yeah.
we'll start with the newest one, since it's kind of relevant in times. With the Powerball last night being at 1.73 billion freaking dollars that someone fucking won.
I misread that. It's at 1.7 billion.
Billion with a B. It's the second
Oh
highest
my
all time.
God.
I think a year or two ago it got up to 2 billion of some sort. But yeah, someone won. I think it was like 650, 700,000 million they get after taxes, which is stupid that they take over half of that shit. But whatever.
That's crazy money.
Yeah.
Only $700 million. But yeah, someone won it. But the question of the week was, what's the most ridiculous thing you would buy if you won tonight's Powerball at 1.7 billion? And we got some good answers. You want me to go through the answers while y'all think?
Yeah, let's go through the answers.
Let's see. What do they got? What do they
We
got?
got. Someone said a hot air balloon. Now that's ridiculous, and I love it.
That is ridiculous.
I'm here for answers like this. That's great. An ice
When they
rink.
disappear in the sky on the news that weekend.
Hello, goodbye. Just going across America, throwing money out and shit. Someone said
I'm rich as they float into the sunset.
this person commented twice: an ice rink and a hockey team. So 1 and 1 there.
Okay.
Kind of cool.
Okay.
A second home in the mountains and a boat. That's not that ridiculous. I want ridiculous people. That is pretty dope, though. Now, this is the answer I'm looking for. And I don't know how to properly pronounce the word they use, but think catapult. A medieval trebuchet. Was it
Trebuchet.
Yeah, trebuchet. Yeah, those fucking...
Hell yeah. Just
you
mount that thing in
imagine?
the front yard.
Yeah, if you don't know what that is, the old catapults in the medieval times where they just launched the rocks and shit over and everything.
Yeah.
Ben, your wife said all of y'all a lifetime supply of Whoppers.
Hell yeah. Whopper.
You know, I wouldn't be mad.
I wouldn't be mad until about 2 days in, and I realized that's
I was
all
about
I'm
to say,
fucking eating.
3 days in, I'm like, oh.
You know,
Well, it's a lifetime supply. You don't have to eat it every day.
it's a lifetime
You have
supply.
it anytime in life.
Why would I waste it? You just
Give
know
it out.
you know you're gonna get food poisoning at one point. The odds are stacked
If you
against you.
The other thing is, it's a lifetime supply, but if you take advantage of it, like you say, your lifetime is going to be like 3 years. Like,
They knew what
so
they
it's
were
really
doing.
not that much.
They knew
Yeah,
what
it's
they
not that
were
much
doing.
money they're wasting.
I remember I won a contest at a local pizza shop about 5 years ago here. It was just like a Facebook, like you comment and they pick a winner, and it was a year's supply of pizza. I'm like, oh fuck yes, let's go. And I get the the thing in the mail that that tells me I won and what I need to bring to the restaurants, and it was only 12. It's like, oh, the average person only eats one pizza a month. I'm like, who is this?
Bro,
What?
What?
Once a month? I mean, I was thankful. We would have had 12 free pizzas that were like $30 a piece and everything, but yeah, that
That
one
ain't
threw
no
me off.
lifetime supply.
That was a year supply. I'm like,
That ain't even a year supply.
I think I eat 3 more pizzas every month on top of that.
Well,
Someone said the rights to Fast and Furious movies to prevent them from going any further. That's a good one. It's probably gonna take a lot more than 1.7 billion though for that. Jerry Garcia's guitar. If y'all don't know who that is,
Okay.
that is the old Grateful Dead guitar singer
yeah.
that passed away.
Yeah.
It's a very specific but good choice.
A house that feels ridiculous at this point. Okay, I'll give him that.
At this point, that is ridiculous.
I will give him that. I will give him that.
Yeah.
And then they commented again, ... or a Kix factory, as in the cereal. Our
This
Kix
is the
cereal
person
person's
that was
back.
going crazy over kicks. That's awesome.
Someone said a yacht. That's pretty ridiculous. I respect that. And the last one, someone said Samsung's The Wall, a 292-inch micro LED TV. Fuck yes.
Oh my god. Heck
I want to
Yeah.
feel the rays coming off of that. What about you boys? What's the most ridiculous thing you're buying right away?
Ridiculous. I don't really know because my head
would-
immediately goes to practical.
No, see, I would immediately start investing in a war room, game room kind of style thing.
Oh,
Or
that's a
like
good
D&D,
idea.
Warhammer,
Yeah.
Magic, like all of that. Like I can hang out with like 8 to 10 friends all in the same room.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
And
That'd be dope.
yeah, that'd be the thing that I would do. Oh,
How about
painting station, PlayStation.
How about enough donks to fill a car dealership?
You say donks?
Donks?
Okay,
Yeah.
Shane, I haven't heard that one. Damn, man, look at that donk.
Yeah, I would have to, honestly, I'd have to get a house or two, like one on East Coast, one on West Coast. I'd probably buy a couple of my dream film cameras. College fund for Landon. See, this is all practical, but it's just where my head goes.
Yeah.
Not the film cameras, that's
Yeah.
not practical. But yeah,
Come on.
all that kind of stuff. And then I would try to think of one ridiculous thing, like one of those like Olympic trampolines to bury in the backyard or something, or like a freaking monster truck. I'm just spitballing here. I don't know, stupid stuff, because I know how
like the
like
monster truck.
you get to a certain point with that amount of money where it's like, now what? So you
Yeah.
got to start getting weird with it. You know how you can do that thing where you buy like a 1 foot by 1 foot or something patch of land for, in Scotland or something like that for preservation purposes.
I don't, but yes, go on. You buy like 1 million of them.
You
I own
just buy
Scotland,
half
bitch.
of Scotland. Just buy half of Scotland.
That'd be kind of cool.
Or like
Oh.
what Jade did for you, where she bought you a star. Just
Yeah.
buy all the stars.
They're all mine. Stay away.
They're all mine, bitches.
Oh.
Okay, bye, Ben.
Okay, bye.
Again. Did it happen again?
No, my whole Google just crashed.
Oh, your mic's gone again too. You're back on the computer mic. Okay,
Oh.
bye again.
All right, boys. I guess we're back to it.
We're back
I-
to it.
I opened my phone to try and find the questions or the answers to the second question, and I'm just assaulted with another freaking Britney Spears dancing video.
Dude, that someone needs to unfree Britney right now. I'm sorry.
Unfree Britney. Starting a new campaign up, guys. All right, I have the answers here.
Well, yeah, okay, cool. Before we get to that one, I think my answer would be I'm buying an island and I'm doing all out like war shit there. Like,
Oh, hell yeah. See,
I'm like,
that's
I
a
wanna-
good idea.
I want to set stuff up on the beach and like buy a boat and like launch cannonballs at it and everything like that. Just like do some like blow shit up on the island. Like it's my island. I do whatever the fuck I want on it. So that's
Taylor's
what I
going to
want.
turn into the charitable Mr. Beast.
Fuck all y'all. This is my shit.
Yeah.
I'm the gun nut from Tremors, basically. That's what I'm going for here.
I put 100 of my subscribers on a reenactment of Vietnam. Let's see how they survive.
The last one who survived, the one who survives gets the island.
Wait, what do you mean survives?
The whistle blows.
I created the real life Squid Games, but for fun, right?
Have you seen
The
Saw?
real life Squid Games.
We're seesawing? No, have you seen Saw? So yeah, that's my ridiculous thing. Andrew, I need you to take the second one because it's not popping
Okay.
up for me. Do you have it?
Yeah, I have it up. The second Graham question of the week.
This was supposed to be
This is
last
from
week's
when-
episode.
Yeah, I posted this on the page in the car on Monday morning before hitting California when everything
before-
was
literally before anything that week went bad.
yeah. So the question is, if you could telepathically send a message out to every person in the world right now, what would the message be?
Do
you want me to start with the
go
answers first?
go response because I actually forgot this question too. Now we're thinking about
Okay.
it.
So
I have a good
first answer is stop being terrible drivers, and also stop being trash humans in general.
Yep, I respect that.
So there's that. Someone said, relax.
Okay.
A friend of ours replied, everyone Venmo me $5.
Hell yes. That's
What?
Oh my
Ben!
God. The fuck? Market. All these like
When he comes back on, just start berating him. I'm going to just leave this one. Should I say the next one or just wait?
Just wait.
Oh, there he
Jesus
is.
Christ!
My
man,
God.
what the fuck?
Wait, he's not like actually on, and his name says now.
It said it last time he came back. I don't know what's going on.
I'm just gonna go on with the next answer.
Yeah, go ahead.
Someone that says everyone needs to relax. We got 2 relaxes here.
Apparently, everyone needs to relax.
Everyone needs to relax. Someone else said at 8:30 a.m. someone poisons the coffee. Stand by for further instructions. Great office reference there.
Yep.
Ben replied. You want to guess what he replied?
Whopper, Whopper, Whopper,
Yep.
Whopper.
Whopper, Whopper.
That was early in our trip, and that was already going.
Yep. Someone else said buy a bidet.
Okay, clean your butts.
Yep.
Ben said his whole computer took a dookie.
Your wife replied. That feels weird to say.
It does feel weird to say no.
She said, hydrate, you beautiful but dumbass bitches. And then someone else, oh my God, someone else said, God's not real, money's not real, do whatever you want.
666. Jesus.
So those were the answers for question number 2.
I had a good answer, and I totally forgot what I was going to say.
You know what? So did I, and I was ready for this one. And so much has happened between now and then that I don't remember what it was going to be.
Nope. I like the Venmo me $5 thing. You know,
That's a great one.
I mean, 8 billion people in the world. You know, fucking 100,000 will do it.
Someone's gotta. Yeah.
I've sent people random money that I've seen have their thing on their cars and like it's my birthday and shit. You know.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Hi.
Hello.
Oh, we're not stopping this one. We're just rolling.
Just
with
keep
this
it
one,
going.
the third one. what would your telepathic message be? We've already said ours.
My telepathic message would be help.
Help.
That's a
What
good
are
one.
we?
With your computer setup?
It's just everything. What's the context?
If you could send a telepathic message at one time to everyone in the world, it's at the same time. Excuse me. Well, what would it be?
Everyone in the world at one.
All 8 billion people can hear you.
I would probably do something troll-like, where it's just like, look behind you, or like, I don't know, like, huh?
Yes.
I don't know.
And we're live.
Ben, you actually replied to this one. You didn't hear it because you were gone. But you replied to this question when we posted it.
Oh, wasn't
And
it
it
help?
was Whopper, Whopper, Whopper.
That was probably 30 minutes after our first Whopper joke too.
Yeah.
But that's all we got. Whatever. It was just a nice recap show. I didn't really plan for anything else. I figured it was going to take up a lot of time. We had a lot of fun. It's not weird to say that I'm a husband now, but it also is at the same time.
I'm telling Jade.
Sure y'all know what's,
Yeah.
I mean, we and I've discussed it. We were like, so how does it feel now? And it's like, I feel like I upgraded in life a little bit. Is that weird to say? Like,
You know what it is? You're not living in sin anymore. Taylor.
Oh, it's true. I am no longer living in sin. Fuck that guy.
Wow, is this
all
what it
about-
feels like? I've leveled up.
Wow, it's so bright in here. But overall, it's been great. I'm enjoying the married life. It's now moving on to saving up to buy a fucking house. I don't know how that's gonna work, but we'll get there.
Good luck.
I know things are starting to look a little bit bright in that area because Erin just found out today she's getting a nice hefty raise.
Oh, nice.
That's good.
So we're finally going to be able to start putting some money aside for realsies because
Nice.
every time we get ahead a little bit, something happens and we're like,
Hey,
hey, just kidding.
Maybe World War III will kick off. The market will crash. House prices will come down. We'll just keep saving. And by the time we're ready to buy, everything's good.
Yeah.
Well,
No?
lots riding on this.
Sadly, it doesn't sound too far off either.
It doesn't really sound that far off from reality, actually.
We're not going to dive into that one. Big news before we get on out of here. I saw they're making another Guitar Hero, and I'm excited. That's all I have.
I did see that.
Well, it's being teased, so that means it's in the works. I literally said like 3 months ago, like, damn, I just want to play some Guitar Hero. And
Emily and I have that time to time.
I always sucked at that game, so I'm good.
I play real guitar.
Can't play guitar.
Hey, you said it, not me.
I will say, when you're like, you have to play that shit on hard mode because you're so used. If you play real guitar, you're like, I know there's notes in there that I'm not hitting. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
like,
and it messes with your head.
That's my issue when I go to play those.
The last rendition that came out actually had 6 buttons, and there were 3 on top, 3 down below, and it incorporated a lot of chords and stuff. That was actually my favorite one. It was super hard.
I hope that's what comes out. I didn't know that was a thing.
That's cool.
That'd be an ass kicker. Was that Rock Band or?
No, it was Guitar Hero. It was like Guitar Hero Live or whatever the last rendition of it was.
I hope to do something like that. That'd be cool. But
now I don't live over there anymore, Ben. So maybe you would know. But have you seen the guy around still that just hangs out on Patton at the bus stops and jams out and scream sings with a Guitar Hero?
Yeah,
guitar?
someone bought him. He's still there. Someone bought him a real guitar, and he just does it with a real guitar now.
Really?
Oh yeah. Yeah, someone donated. He got
cool.
In the news and stuff for that. So
I would see him every single day because he would always hang out at a bus stop right next to my work.
Yeah.
And I'd be leaving in the van. He'd be out there scream singing his lungs out. There's like 10 people at the bus stop, and he's standing amidst all of them just jamming on a Guitar Hero guitar singing.
Yeah, there's a guy in our downtown does that.
Yeah, homeboy's interesting.
All right, y'all.
All right, yo. Hey, man.
Fun recap.
I'm glad we're back doing it.
Yeah, right. Back in the mix.
We back
in the norm. Yay.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
Any final words before we get out of here, gentlemen?
The West
Whopper,
Junior Bacon.
Happy K.
Pippin had a last word too.
I just heard Emily go, Pippin.
What the dog do?
What?
We'll see y'all.
We'll see you later,
everyone.
kids. Thanks for tuning in.
Later.
Bye.
And cut.